we are starting today with a few questions. Okay, so what we learned till now about database? Anyone want to add the points? Sanallah?
Sir, by using database, we can store and retrieve the data, update the data, delete the data.
Okay. So till now, what we else we learned?
Just we learn inserting the table, fetching the data, filtering the data based on conditions.
Okay. So what else we learned?
Uh,
I want to
also joining the two different tables.
Just want to know about others also. Can anyone else speak? Why silent? Irfan.
Sir, we performed queries and we have fetched the data. We made duplicates and we removed duplicates. We have joined different tables.
Very good. So anyone else want to add something? Rizwana?
Sir, I think we are manipulating the data. DML.
No. DML is different thing. So it is only a select reading. Okay. So it's a select. Then I will go with the DDL. Then I will go with the DML. Okay. So now let's me share and we'll start. Okay. So everyone can able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's start with what you can able to see.
Sir?
What you are seeing in screen?
SQL, sir. Workspace.
I just shared only my screen so that I am having other things not to be recorded. Okay. So now let's see. We are having DDL. What do you mean by DDL? Anyone? Definition?
Data definition language.
What is the meaning of definition?
We can update the column.
No.
Rename the column. Rename table.
It's like defining a table. Okay. So define means what? We are going to like when we are creating a class, right? We'll create class employee, right? So it's a defining of the employee. What are the fields should be there? What are the types it should follow, right? So now let's create one simple table and then we'll go from there. Okay. So how to create table? Okay. So actually it will be having initially like we will be having data types, right? So what is the data types in Java? Any idea? Data types in Java.
Sir, you are not recording the class.
I'm recording. No?
You are not recording the class, sir.
I'm recording. I can see. Why you are saying that?
Sir, only showing SQL, not full screen. In start screen, it will be appear.
Yeah. So tell me what data types in Java.
Primitive, non-primitive.
Very good. Primitive. What do you mean by primitive data types? Can you tell me a few primitive data types?
Integer, float,
Float,
integer, character.
char. Tell me more.
Integer, float, double,
Long, double.
character, boolean,
Character, boolean. Any other?
short,
Data would say,
Right and short.
this is not a primitive data type, but I'm adding it as a string because these are having few of the details, right? So another data type is a date. You know that date is data type,
yes sir.
right? So we are having more data types. So just we know these data types. We are aware of this, right? Similarly, when we are getting any tables, we need to know the data types of database also, right? So there are few databases, data types we will be using. Those are these data types. Like if we are having int, we are having decimal, we are having float, we are having tiny int. So these details will be there. Let me copy it. Right? You can able to see, right? So there are int data type is there. For example, it will be having this one decimal points. We are having example of this one, right? So I will give you these details later, but we are having similar data types, whatever we are having in Java, we are having where in SQL database also. Okay. So here one thing which I want you to differentiate between Java and here is like we are having varchar, right? So varchar and we need to give the size for string. Okay, varchar and we need to have size. We need to give initial itself size. We are having character also, but we need to give the size. Okay, at the same time we are having text also, right? Text. What is the difference between these? For long text, we can go with text. For simple employee name, employee value, we can go with a varchar. And tiny int for small numbers, like we are having short in Java, right? It is the same like a tiny int. Got it, right? So we are having the same data types, whatever we are having in Java also. So we need to remember all the database types on the all the categories. I will ping you so that you can remember this. So I want you to memorize it. What are the data types are there? What are the different data types? How it is useful, right? So now let's move how to create a table, right? Data definition means we will be having create, we'll be having alter, we'll be having modify, we'll be having, right? We'll be having rename. So these things will come, right? Let's concentrate on this first. Let's create a table. Okay, the syntax will be create, not create table, table name, right? Then we'll be having column name, then data type, column name 1, data type 1, like this. This is the syntax. Okay, when we are creating a table, we will use create table, table name, and we'll give the fields, whatever the fields we want, and we need to add the data type. It's the reverse of Java, right? So in Java, we'll first add the data type, and then we'll be adding column name. But here we'll be having different one. So now let's create one table. Okay. So we are already having employee. I will be creating some simple, a very simple thing like create table, my table, only one column I'm adding. Okay. So I will be adding name, and I will be adding varchar, and I will be giving size of 10, 20. And then I will be closing it. Okay, the syntax is create table, table name, brackets, and this is the column name, and this one is a data type. Let's add another one also. I will add ID also. Okay, int ID. Sorry, ID and int. I'll just add comma. So I'm creating two columns. One is date, right? So when I'm running this query, you see here I'm having only 3 tables, right? So I'm going to create another table. So now running it, right? Now let's see whether it's created. So created table, my table, right? 0 rows affected because database is created. Now let's refresh it. Now you can see my table is got created, right? Create table, table name will be having column name, data type, comma, column name, data type, right? So this is like creation of table. Any questions still here? Can anyone tell me to create another table? For example, I want to create student table with ID, name, and ID, name, and gender. In that case, how I will do? I will create. How I will write? Create table.
Table
Student.
Very good. Then
of
you can
Name.
write in a single line also, but I am suggesting like follow like Java like syntax, right? So similarly, if you can follow new lines, then it will be readable, more readable. Okay. So
SID.
ID.
no, Rahman, you are not. Okay. Okay.
SID.
ID.
Int.
ID enter.
Yeah. Comma. S name.
Name. Just have name. Student have yes
Yeah.
name. Just name.
Varchar of 20. Comma. Int age. Yeah, age int. Sorry.
Okay. It's okay.
I
Okay, so
think
now,
not it is gender, right?
yeah, it's okay. Any 3 columns, right? So gender, if you want, you can add gender also. But as of now, we'll go with this. Okay. Create table, table name, and then we'll be having ID, name, and age. Okay. So now let's see another thing. Like when you are creating table, so what are the things we need to follow? We need to follow the primary key, right? In this case, if you want to make this as a primary key, you need to write primary key. Right? This is the keyword to create this primary key. What is the meaning of primary key? Anyone remember the definition?
Sir, it should be unique, but not be null.
Very good. It should be unique and it should not be null, right? So name can be null. Can I go with name without name? Can I create a student? No, right?
No, sir.
I can add a constant like not null. In this case, what will happen is here I am saying it's a primary key. I cannot repeat the value, right? And it should not be null. Here I am just saying name should be something. It should not be null. And age also I am expecting the same, not null. Why? But any student is there, he should have age also. Right? Like this, we can define a table. Now let me repeat the syntax. Create table, table name, then we'll be having, right, column name, and then data type, and then constraint. Right? This is a constraint. Then we'll be having name, varchar, not null. Right? So now if I'm running it, you can see what will happen. We created the table, right, with the constraints. You can see like create table, student with the these things. So now in left side, let's refresh it. What will happen? Let's refresh it. So now you can see student table also created. Right? Now I think like I want to add, as Rahman said, like I want to add gender, but I created already table. How I can do that? Right? So there are two things. One is like I can go with alter table. Okay, this alter command, what it will do is it will modify the table. It will update the table. If it adds the columns, it will remove the columns. It will update the columns. Okay, so in this case, what we'll do is, for example, I want to add another column, right? I will say alter table. Table name is student. Then I will say add column, right? Then I will, what column I want to add? I want to add gender, right? What is the data type? It should be
Varchar.
I can go with Boolean also, but there are nowadays we are having some more things also getting added. So I added a add column. This. So what is the syntax for this? Alter table, table name, and then we'll be having this. So when I'm running this, you can see now if I am running this, I'm opening this student, right? Columns. No, it's not there because the refresh did not happen, right? When I'm refreshing it, you can see gender also there, right? Gender also added. So if you want to modify any table, right? So I will use alter table, table name, add column, column name, and data type. Any questions still here? Now let's see. Like I saw like the size for gender is wrong. I want to modify it, right? So in that case, instead of add, I will use modify, and I can change instead of 7, I can change to 10. Right? I can able to modify. So now you can see what will happen. Now the column size will get valid. You want to see the table student, right? So even I clicking it, sorry, here you can see the size. Sorry, make this size. Right? So ID, name. Now what is the size of gender? It's 10. Right? Now you can see here not null and primary key. All the constants are coming. But gender can be null, right? So it's optional value. So now let's write what is what we did. Initially we did creation of table, and then we added the column, and then now we modified the column name. No, I just want to remove gender. I don't want the column. Then what I can do is I will use the same alter command. Table name is student. Instead of modify, I will use remove column. I don't need to give any size. I can just give gender, right? Sorry, drop column, not drop column name, right? So when I'm running it, you can see what will happen. Right? Now let's refresh it. Now that column is gone. Okay. So now let's make it a short notes. I want you to note down. Okay. So for create a table, create syntax is create table name, right? Then we'll be having brackets. This one is these brackets. In Java, we'll be having flower brackets. Here we're having basic basic brackets, right? So now I will write what I need to write, column name, right? And data type, column name 1 and data type. This one is for creation of table. Please note that when I'm adding comma, I should not add comma in last line, right? So last line should not have any comma. Comma means continuity. If I want another column only, I need to add it. Okay. Then I will add constraints here. Then like this. If I want any constraint, I can add. Right? This is the syntax for creation of table. So how about modify the table? Modify will be having alter. Right? Alter. If I want to rename the table, I can use rename. But I don't want this table name to be student, or I want this to be changed to student details. Then I can use rename. Right? So rename syntax. Let me check once. Okay, rename table. Right? Rename table. So here we are having student, right? Student to student details. If I want to change the table names, this is slightly different in Oracle and here. Okay. So now happen like if I'm refreshing it, you can see instead of student now I'm having student details. Right. So now let's go back again. If I don't want the table itself, right? I don't want this table to be there. Then I can use drop table. I can write student details. So this one is for deleting of table. If I don't want this table, I can just delete it. Now you can see the table got deleted, right? So I don't want this my table also. Then I can delete the table also.
Sir, can we get a deleted table back?
No, you need to be very careful when you are having this. We are having one separate topic on recovery. Okay, so I will close it once we done with this. Okay.
Okay,
Any
sir.
questions? So drop table name will drop the table. So now let's start with first. First is create. Create means creation of table. Create table name, right? Then we'll give column. Second one is if you want to modify, I will go alter table name, right? Then I need to give add. Here again in alter table we are having three things: add column, right? Then modify column, right? Then drop column, right? So in this we are having three things, right? Now after all alter then we will decide we'll on with rename, right? Rename table name, right? First table rename table ABC, for example EMP to EMP details. So this one is my existing name. I want to change it to some other name. Then it is rename, right? He is not working properly. He is having problem. Okay, rename table employee to employee details, right? Then if you want to drop, I can drop table. Any questions still here? So this one is called DDL, data definition language. Any questions? Can I move next? Am I audible or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let's again, I want to create one student table with ID, name, age. Can anyone guide me? I want ID as a primary key. I want Rizwana, can you tell me? I want to create a student table with
Yes,
ID,
sir.
name, and age.
Create
Create
table,
table.
table,
Mm-hmm.
student,
Mm-hmm.
open brackets,
Mm-hmm.
ID,
Mm-hmm.
int,
Mm-hmm.
primary key,
Very good. Mm-hmm.
comma,
Mm-hmm.
name,
Name,
varchar,
varchar.
open brackets,
Mm-hmm.
20 or 10.
Mm-hmm.
It must be unique,
Name should be unique.
not null.
It should be unique,
Not null.
not none. It should not be unique. Okay, because names can be duplicated. Okay.
Oh.
Then age. Right.
Age. Yes, sir.
So
Okay.
now we are good with creation of table. So I'm just adding another thing. If you want auto increment command, shortcut will be let me see how I can add auto increment. Actually, we can add auto increment also. Let's see. Okay. So now let's create a table. Refreshing it. Now I'm having student table created, right? So now I want to add the column gender. How I can do that? Let's ask someone else. Can you go with Raja? Raja, can you, I want to add a column gender to student. How I can do that?
Yes, sir. Alter
Mm-hmm.
table,
Mm-hmm.
table name student,
Very good.
add column.
Mm-hmm.
What we need as gender, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gender, varchar,
Mm-hmm.
limits up to 10.
Okay. Very good.
Semicolon.
Yeah. So one small thing is like if you are going Oracle, right? So there you are having varchar 2. Okay, there we are not having varchar. Okay, varchar also there, but we'll normally go with varchar 2. Okay, please remember that. Okay, so now we are having varchar. Let's run it. Now let's see whether we are having column created. Refreshing it. So gender added. Okay. So now gender is more. I want to reduce the size to 7 characters. How I can do that? Let me ask someone else. Okay. Ragi. Sanaula. I want to reduce it to 6 characters.
Sir, alter table name.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of add write modify.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you want to reduce how much you reduce, sir? In varchar 5.
Tell me. I told you to 6, right? So remember what I'm saying. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So now,
Okay.
now 6, right? Good. Running
Sir,
it.
how you see your length in gender? Before you show us, no?
I will show you. Let's go with this. Now you change it, right? there is one command also, DESC table name, right? So if I'm typing DESC student, right? When I'm running this query, you can see the sizes and table. This is called describe table. So you can write DESC table name. You can see what you're having. You can see like here we are having primary key and foreign key also, right?
I got it, sir.
Okay. Auto increment syntax also. Give me a minute. Okay, now let's see. This one we are having int and other things, right? So now if I want to add auto increment, right? So now let's go with continue. Can anyone tell me how to drop the column? I don't want gender. Let's go with Irfan. Irfan, I want to delete this column. What I can do that quickly?
You should write delete queries for this column only.
Tell me the syntax. Don't say you don't remember.
Okay.
Quickly. What is the syntax?
Alter table
Alter table
student
student.
drop column gender. Second line.
Very good. Impressive. Right. So when I'm running it, right? Now I'm refreshing it. Center gone. Right. So we are good now. Right. So I want to drop the table itself. I want to rename the table to STUD. Right. So let me tell who will tell Madhavi. Can you tell me how I can change student to STUD? Madhavi, are you there?
Yes, sir. Rename
Can you rename
table student table name.
Mm-hmm.
Rename column
I don't want to rename the column. I want to rename student table to STUD. To STUD. Right?
okay.
That's it.
STUD2. Okay.
Now already my name is student. I want to change it to right? Now when I'm running, if I'm refreshing it, you can see table name got changed. Okay. So now let's ask Sharmila. I want to drop this table. Right? What is the syntax?
Drop
Sharmila,
sir.
how are
Drop.
you?
Okay, sir. Table
Mm-hmm.
table name student.
Okay. So now table gone. Right? Table got deleted. Okay. So now let's again create a student with auto increment. Okay, I got the syntax. Create table student, right? Then I will write ID int primary key, right? Then auto increase auto increment is the keyword. Okay, so then I will write name where int age. Like this. Let's have this as example. Sorry, I'm also Java developer, right? So now you can see
Sir, work
where
size given.
very good. Where their size is mandatory, right? So now let's try this. Now let me do this. Not created. Now we created the table, right? So now let's see description of this table, how it looks. How to see the description of table?
Describe table name.
Describe table, right? Table name, right? Student. When I'm running this, you can see auto increment also is extra, right? So it means what? I no need to insert any value here. Automatically the value will get increased. Let's see. So let's see. I will come to this table later. Now we are having how many things? We understand DDL, right? Any questions in DDL? I will come few of the things later because I need data to explain that. As of now, you understand what is DDL, right? It's for creation, defining the tables, right? Creation of table, modifying the table, or renaming the table, altering the columns, removing the columns, modifying the columns. Right? Now let's move to next step. Now I want to insert the data in student table, right? Now you can see like I'm having 3 columns, but no data is there. So to insert and modify the things, we will call it as DML. What is the meaning of DML? Data
manipulation language.
data
Manipulation language.
Okay, so now you need to understand few things just as a Banda Gurtu, right? So DDL will not have anything, will have add, modify, and drop, right? But DML will have similar things, but it's for data. So here we'll use insert, update, and delete. This means what? These are for creation of tables only. You cannot like add record. You cannot use it, right? These 3 are DDL commands. If I'm using add, modify, it looks same, right? Meaning wise, right? But it's not the same. These is having different meanings. So add, modify, drop only used for DDL. Don't get confused in future. It's easy to understand. Like add, modify, and drop always will be DDL, and insert, update, and delete always with DML. Okay, if someone is saying like delete column name, it's wrong. Okay? If someone is saying I will delete table, it's wrong. It's wrong keyword. We need to use always drop table. Why this is very much important, I will explain you later. But please remember, for DDL we'll use always add, modify, drop. For DML we'll go with insert, update, delete. Okay. So now let's go back. I want to insert the data in student table. So here I'm having 3 columns, right? Int age, name, select, star. Then I will get this record. I'm going to insert, okay, table name. Then I will give column names, call 1, call 2, and then I will say value. I will give the values. For example, value 1, value 2. This is the syntax. So insert table name, then I will give column names, and then I will give values. Now let's insert some value. Okay, insert in table. Table name is student, right? First I will give column. What is the first column name? ID. Second column name is name and age. Then I'll say value. Then I will insert value. First value is 1. Second value is in single quote, which is string. This one is a string. Right? Third value is age. Right? So when I'm running this query, so you can see in result, right? So one row affected. Got it, right? Previously, when you are seeing 0, 0, 0, most of the cases, right? But here you can see one row affected, means one record got inserted. Okay. So now let's see the data. Okay. To see the data of a student, what we need to do? We need to write a query. Select star from student. So now running this query, you can see one record is there. Right. So now let's insert another record also, right? I will go with same. Okay, here I'm having unease. I will add plus, right? I'm adding another student. So I'm able to run this query. Any problem will come? Yes.
Yes, sir. Duplicate ID.
ID value is 2.
Exactly. When I'm running, it will not allow me to insert. I will get error. So when you're seeing here, student ID, name, age, here you can see duplicate entry for 1. It will not allow me to insert. If I'm adding 2, it will work. Let me run. So now if I'm running it, now you can see it's a record inserted successfully, right? So when I'm running again, student, select star from student, right? Then I will get 2 records, right? So inserted 2 records. Now I want to delete the second record, right? I want to change that. Actually, Razi age is 46, but I added 45, right? I want to modify it. In that case, what I will do is I will use update command. Okay, update table or update table name. What is the table name? Student.
Mhm.
Set. What is the name of the column for which I want to update is? For example, age
Age,
is
sir.
I want to make it 46. Then I will add where condition. If I am missing where condition, what will happen? If you update to all the students, you should be very careful when you are writing like this. Okay, so you need to add where condition where ID is equal to 2. Okay, so what is the syntax? Update table name set column name is equal to value, and then you can write it, right? So when I'm running this query, so one row got changed, right? Now let's go back and see the query result. Now Razi age is 25. So first is insert into table column names, then second is update table and the column, right? No, I don't want this data itself. I want to delete Razi, right? In that case, I will go with delete table, delete table name student, okay, where ID is equal to 2, right? Delete from student where ID is equal to 2, right? So this one is the syntax for delete that particular thing, and then now running it. You can see now if I'm coming back again running the query again, you don't find well, right? So insert and update and
Delete.
all 3 we did, right? So now let's see what is the use of auto increment, right? So now let's go back to insert query again. So I'm having insert query again. Yeah, so here. So I want to add Razi back, but I won't give ID. Here also I will remove. Here also I will remove because that ID is not given by me. It should be auto increment, and I'm adding 46. And if I'm writing Razi, right? So now the ID age is not there, right? So when I'm running it, so still it is getting inserted. It's not null value, right? ID, but still it's getting inserted because why? Because ID is auto incremented. It will automatically identify what value to be inserted. So when I'm running this query, let's select start from student, right? So now you can see 3. Why not 2? In idea? Because we already deleted, right? So again, if I'm deleting this value also, I will not get 3. I will get 4. For example, right? So if I'm deleting again, I'm deleting Razim again, right? Then I am coming back here and I'm inserting it here again. I won't get a 3. Okay. That's habit. Is it not inserted? Why? No. Now it's 4, right? Previous value deleted. Still, I'm getting auto increment. It will always be incrementing only. Okay, so it will not go back to previous value. Okay, so auto increment will help us to create record dynamically. Got it? Now consider like I am having hundreds of students. I want to insert all them once, right? So one by one, if I am adding, it will take a lot of time. So in that case, what I can do is I will just add values. Then I will add all the names with comma separated, right? So what I can do is I will write like this. And I will add. Right? So I can add like this. I can add in a single time, I can add multiple records, right? So when I'm running this, something I missed. What is the error? Data tool line for name. It photo. See, what is the error? Can anyone guess? Someone is guessing they are good. Can anyone read this and understand what is the error with the this one?
We already defined the worker size, sir. So it is extending the now.
Yes, actually, when you are going with BSc student, right? You can see it's 7 characters, but Sharmila is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8 characters.
Yeah, because of that, what's happening? It's happening. It's failing, right? So, what is the solution for this?
You need
What
to
is the solution?
decrease the length exponent
Modify.
or increase the size.
Yeah, changing name is not right thing, right? So we'll ask because our data is not supporting. Can you reduce your name? We can say that, huh?
No, sir.
We need to change the length.
Character size.
That doesn't make sense, right? Normally, for data it's fine, right? Other data, but for name, so if I'm removing A, right? So Sharmila will be angry tomorrow on me, right? So because the name cannot be changed, right? So what we need to do, we need to alter the table. Can anyone tell me what is the alter command for this? Alter
Table name.
quickly.
Table name. Table name.
Table.
Student.
Mm-hmm.
Semicolon.
Semicolon will come.
Modify. Down. Modify.
Mm-hmm.
Worker. Column.
Modify.
Column name.
Name.
Worker.
Worker
Size.
10, 20.
Yeah, because bigger names may come, right? So in future, so always we'll stand for future. Now let's send the same query. Okay. Now all records, 4 rows got inserted. Right? Now let's come back to student and we'll run the query. Right? Why 9, 10, 11, 12? Where is the 5, 6, 7, 8? If someone is guessing, they are really intelligent. Where is this 5, 6, 7, 8 missing? Hey, quickly, I'm not having time. I need to cover more things today. Anything?
Just for duplicate and duplicate values.
1, 4, 9. Where is 5, 6, 7, 8? Why it is starting from 9? Okay, let's have it as homework. Tomorrow, take your time and let me know. Just to think and let me know why that is coming different. So now we are having insert update. Now, if I want to delete a record, right? So I want to delete Anish from here. So how I can do that? I will use delete student, delete from student, where id is equal to 1. So always try to use the id for any operation. Don't go with the name, because name can be duplicated, right? So now let's go back and see, right? So we'll go with select star from student, then I'm running it. So now we are not having Anish. So any questions here?
Awesome.
Now let's go back to one of the DDL command, right? So there is one DDL command is called truncate. Okay, so truncate student, if I'm writing, it will delete all the records. Okay, this one is truncate considered as a DDL command. Why, I will tell you later. But we can do the same thing by using delete from student also. It will also delete all the records. Okay. So there is slightly difference. I will tell you later what is the difference between truncate.
Sir, can you repeat before a minute what you tell?
So there is one command. There is one command is called truncate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one also clear the table, and delete also will delete the table. There is a slightly difference. I will tell you later. But if you want to delete all the records, I can go with a truncate or delete. Truncate is much faster than delete, but truncate is having some other problems. Okay. So any questions still here? No, as I'm having less time, I will continue what I'm doing. Like one good question asked by Sanaula, right? So what he's asking is like, what will happen if I want to get my table back, right? So I dropped the table by mistake. How I can get it? So normally DDL is there, DML is there, right? DDL very risky. If you are doing any mistake by dropping, right? So it's very difficult to get back. But there is options are there. I will tell you what is options. Right? But DML, we are having one thing called rollback and commit. So what is the meaning of rollback and commit is like, for example, I'm having it right, but let me auto. I'm not sure whether this will accept. Auto commit. Let's see if I can do. I can see. I will explain it. Okay. So how to make set auto commit equal to 0. Yeah, I did. Okay. So what is auto commit, right? So for example, you saw how many कौन बनेगा करोड़पति? How many people saw कौन बनेगा करोड़पति? Only one hand. How many people saw कौन बनेगा? Right. So there, what will happen is, he keep on asking few questions, right? So then what he will ask is, he will say like, lock कर दें, right? So for example, who will build the Taj Mahal, right? So someone will say Akbar, for example. They are saying Akbar. Then he will say, are you sure? Right? So he's saying, no, sir, it's Shah Jahan. Then again he will say, are you sure? Right? He will think for a few minutes and he will say, yes, sir, it's Shah Jahan. Then he will say, can I lock it? Right? So, yes, sir, go ahead and lock it. Then again he will say, are you sure? Can I lock it? Right? So once the lock is done, what will happen? Can he change his answer
No,
after
sir.
locking?
No.
He cannot change that answer, right? Before locking, he can change 100 times, no problem. Once he is getting locked, that is done, right? Similarly, commit is the same command. Here, you can insert or update or delete anything until unless you're typing commit. For example, select start from student is there, right? So when I'm running it, so I'm having these many things, right? So I mistakenly deleted Ravi. Okay, so what I will do, delete from emp where, sorry, student where
ID equal to 12.
to 2, right? So I did a mistake. I deleted it. Now I saw table also having, not having, right? So now I'm running it. You can see Rocky Java is not there. So I realized that I did a mistake, right? So how I can get it back? I will type rollback. Typing. Then I'm again searching for select. Rocky Java is up here, right? So until unless I can delete all the records also, I don't worry. Until unless I am not committing. For example, again I'm repeating the same thing, right? I'm just delete it wantedly. Now I'm saying commit. Commit means it will make the changes permanent. Like Amitabh Bachchan say lock kar dena. Similarly, you are saying here commit. So when I'm running it, right? So if I'm seeing Ragi Java is not there, right? Even I cannot roll back. Why? After commit, you cannot roll back. Right? So when I'm running the query, rollback also, you cannot get it back now. Right? So commit is the command where you are confirming the changes. Right? Yeah, please go ahead and log the table. So I don't I am confirming it, right? So rollback is the thing. Before commit, whatever you are doing, you can make a rollback. Got it? So what is the definition of commit is, if you want all the queries to get permanently inserted, then you will use commit. Rollback is before it will revert all the changes before the last commit. Got it? Any questions?
Sir, we cannot insert the new values after committing.
Yes. Insert also will not work until unless you are not clicking commit, right? For example, if I'm writing insert again, so here I am having some names, right? So I will add one name. Let's add again Sanaullah, right? Right. When I'm running this query, right, one record got inserted. Now let me run this. I can see Sanaullah, but it is not permanent. You know why? Because I have not done commit. Okay. So if you are connecting to my database, if you are searching, you will get only these records. So now will not be there. It's a temporary change. If I want to do it commit, I can do commit. Then it will become permanent.
After committing, is it pushing the code into the main code like Git?
No. That's a different concept. Don't go there. Oh. That's a different concept. Okay. So don't get confused. This one is only for but your code get reverted. That's a different story. That is having a lot of different concept when you are coming to GitHub. Okay. So now here committing is like you are confirming that this data should go to database. Okay. So if you are thinking like always I need to commit, I'm not happy, I will always do correct things, then what you can do is you can make set auto commit as equal to 1. Then whenever you're inserting, deleting, it will automatically become permanent. You cannot roll back. Okay. If you are making auto commit 1, if you're saying auto commit 0, you can able to roll back. Got it? Any questions?
No, sir.
Now let's back to truncate. Truncate is DDL command. So what is the advantage? What is the disadvantage? Is like when you're using truncate, it will delete all the data, but you cannot able to roll back. Why?
Deleted from database.
No, DDL command will not work with the commit and roll back. Understood? So you need to be very careful when you are using truncate. I would suggest never use truncate. Okay, avoid using truncate. Let the DBA team will decide, our database team will decide if they want to delete all the data. I will strongly recommend not to use truncate. So what will happen? It's very fast of deleting the data, but the problem is you cannot get it rolled back. Okay, if you get habit of truncate, you will always be using truncate because it's a fast, but it will be risky when you are not having option to roll back. Okay.
Sir, difference between delete and truncate, sir.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Delete will roll back.
That's what I'm saying, right? You need to understand the basic DDL command. You cannot roll back. DML command will be get rollback, and DDL command is having truncate. DML is having delete, right? So delete can be rolled back. Truncate cannot be rolled back. Any questions? Now, can you please note down the today's homework? I want this to be done it's very important. Okay? So I will give you some more thing which I haven't teach you, but I want you to try that. Okay. because mostly Monday I will go with a little theory. No, sorry, Friday I will go with theory and will close it on Saturday. So first question is create a table, student and fees, two tables. Noting now,
Create table student in
student and fees table.
Yes, sir. Noting, sir.
student and keys, sir.
Student and fees. Okay. So some rules are in this question itself. Student ID should be primary key, and in fee table, receipt ID should be primary key.
Sir, student
Okay.
ID and receipt ID should be primary key.
For student ID is a primary key. For fees, receipt ID is a primary key. And
Okay,
both
sir.
should be auto increment. Both should be auto increment.
Yeah.
And another thing is in student table, in fee table, student ID is a foreign key. Student table, in fees table, student ID should be foreign key.
Sir, didn't get used.
In fees table, student ID should be foreign key.
Okay, sir.
In these tables, sir.
Fees.
Sir, can
Fee
you
table.
spell it letters? I am not understanding.
Can you see here my screen?
Fees,
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So fee table, in fee
Fees.
table, student ID should be foreign key. Okay. We are clear? So student table should have ID, name, gender, course. Okay. And joining date. Okay. In fee table, receipt ID, student ID, fee name, amount should be there. Okay. Now after done with this, right? Second question, right? In fee table, update SID to student ID. Fee table, alter the column name SID to student ID. And this should be having decimal points also, please. You need to decide amount data type with decimal points. Okay. Rename student SID column to student ID. Okay. Getting it right? Hard question is insert 10 students in student records. 10 student records in student table. Insert 10 student records in for 5 students. Add fee details in fee table. How many questions were? How many questions were?
4.
4. Okay. Okay. Now delete the students who haven't paid any fee. Okay. That question. Okay. Make roll back the transaction. Okay. Once you are deleting, again do roll back. Okay. Insert 2 students again and commit. Okay. Modify the column size of student to 5 characters. 5. Okay. Try to reduce the size. Okay.
Sir, which column, sir?
Student name column.
Okay.
Okay. After inserting records, so all the things should happen simultaneously. Step by step you need to do. Okay. Write join queries with outer join query with students without fee also to appear in query. How many questions were? How many questions were?
9, sir.
9. Okay, let it be 9 today. Okay, any questions? So tomorrow there will be no class. I would suggest, I will recommend Rahman, take help of Rahman and practice on this. Try to create as much as tables and drop as much as table. Don't touch employee and department table. It's very, very important tables. Okay. And I would suggest try some other things also, like creating
Sir,
multiple.
if we change column name, how should you know, sir? Before SID there, we change to student ID. How should you know?
So for me, the syntax is important. Okay. So I will check. I am expecting one problem will come. I want you to realize that's a real problem which we are facing in real time. Okay. So when you are modifying the column data to small value, it will not work. You will understand when you're trying it. So try to do that. We'll discuss on Saturday.
Okay.
So all the things I took DDL, DML completed today. So another disclaimer which I want to say is I am not going to explain you all the details. Okay. So because we are not going to work extensively in queries, but it's very important to have the queries in your question bank, right? So many people will ask the questions in SQL. So try to practice as soon as you can, as much as you can. Okay. So even though if I have wantedly missed few of the things, So please try to have a theoretical knowledge for that one. Okay. So we are having another class. I will explain you some theory parts, like what is view, what is triggers, and what are the things we need to do in Saturday class. But as of now, please practice more, because if you forget this, we are not going to come back and we will not revisit it again. Okay. So Saturday will be the last class for database. So please make sure that you are practicing more and more and come with a lot of questions. Okay. I think it's already 8:30. Thank you very much for your time. No response?
Thank you. Sir.
Thank you, sir.
Allah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Rahman, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, what to do tomorrow?
I also don't know.
Tomorrow class of you.